If you want to get rich from stocks, you need to start thinking like a long-term investor, not a short-term trader. Hi, it's Chisom, and today I'll show you how to adopt the mindset that builds long-lasting wealth. Being a long-term investor means you're determined to hold investments for a long time, a year, 2 years, 5 years, a decade, and so on. As a long-term investor, your goal is to maximize compounding and long-term returns. And this is because long-term investing is about patience, discipline, and letting time work for you. The key principles of being a long-term investor is that, first of all, you're going to be focused on quality, which means you'll be investing in real companies, ETFs, or index funds. You also look for consistent growth, strong fundamentals, and low debt. Another thing is that you will learn to ignore short-term noise, because daily price movement have nothing to do with your long-term goals. And you also need to learn how to stop panicking and selling stocks whenever there's a fall in some market prices or whatever. Common mistakes that short-term thinkers make is, like I mentioned in my previous video, frequent buying and selling. All those transaction fees and all, where is the profit? They also chase hot stocks. Oh, this stock is trending right now, I'm going for it. What if something goes wrong? And one thing to identify short-term investors is that they react too quickly. Whenever there's, oh, this thing dropped, oh, they start selling, they'll go and sell their stocks. That's panic selling. That's a short-term investor's mindset, not a long-term investor's mindset. I'll give you some tips. The first one is, try as much as possible to focus on long-term goals, not short-term returns or fluctuations. Another one is to consider reinvesting your dividends. If, let's say a couple companies pay you dividends, you might want to consider reinvesting them, because now that will help. It's also a form of compounding. It will help grow more wealth for you in the long run. You also need to accept that losses are temporary. It's not permanent, because historically, these markets tend to recover. So try your best to learn about market history and cycles, because it helps build confidence for you. And finally, you guessed it, diversify your portfolio. Not just because of the general benefits, because it lowers stress for you. At least if one is not doing well, another one will be doing well, and you'll be fine. Now that you know how to adopt a long-term mindset that will help you build lasting wealth, in our next video, I'll be explaining CSCS and CHN and how they affect us as stock investors. And as always, follow me, like, share to your friends who you think might need this, and I'll be seeing you in our next video. Bye bye.